Hello and welcome to the Cable 8 Productions Equipment Overview. In this video, me, your host, Luke, will go over all of the equipment that Cable 8 currently has in spring 2020. We will go over what it is and what it does. First off, we're going to start with audio. Arguably the most important part of video. Ironic, right? Here are all the different kind of microphones that we have. We have shotgun microphones. You can use these to boom or attach these directly to your camera. With this here, handy boom pole, which we have one for everyone. I don't like that. We have dynamic microphones. These are great for show hosts and working in the field. To go with these dynamic microphones, we also have these mic sleeves with the Cable 8 logo on them, so that when you're in the field, people know who we are. We also have these other dynamic microphones, which work well with mounting on mic stands. For more stationary situations, we have lav mics. And as you'll see in a second, these lav mics, and as well as the dynamic microphones, can be hooked up wirelessly to your camera or audio recording device. When recording audio externally, you can use one of these handy recorders. Each of these recorders has a different menu system. You have a Tascam with 4 inputs. An advantage to this is you can hang it with a strap and monitor it while not having to hold it with your hands. You also have 2 input recorder like the Zoom H4, which is a little bit smaller, lighter, but you have to hold it in your hand. These can help you improve your audio through being able to monitor it, change the levels, and the preamplifiers in these recorders will give you much better audio than directly putting the mic into your camera. We have our wireless audio receivers and transmitters. This is the receiver, which you will plug directly into your recording device. These two are your transmitters. This guy you can use with the dynamic microphones. When recording with a shotgun microphone, you can also mount it to one of these for more handheld mics on the go, and it also has a port on the bottom, so you can just plop it right back on top of your boom pole. For breezy days out in the sun, you can use a wind cat. This reduces the amount of wind noise in your microphone, but will not prevent very big gusts. You also have this nice little cone for it. Right now, you're hearing the shotgun mic. This is what the lavalier mic sounds like. So this is what the dynamic microphone looks like, and this is what it sounds like. I'd say it sounds pretty alright. Cable 8 has 5 Sony XD cams. These XD cams can be great for zooming in and out smoothly, getting audio directly into camera. These have XLR ports and professional out ports like SDI and HDMI. These cameras record in high quality HD video, and the video will also have great color depth. The downside to these cameras is they can be heavy and clunky compared to another camera like a DSLR, which you can get very similar results out of. However, these can be very useful and have some features that most DSLRs do not. Our other camera is this Canon T3i. Currently, we have one of these. This camera is much lighter and can also record an HD video. We have several different types of filters that fit 72mm diameter lenses. We have clear filter, haze filters, softening filters, gold softening filter, polarizing filter, and a couple other ones. We also have this stabilizer for lighter cameras. It is a bit difficult to learn how to work, but it can help you. Another way to stabilize your videos is through a shoulder mount like this. If you'd like to get smooth motion from left to right or forward and backwards, you can use this slider. Currently, we only have these large tripods. They are a bit heavy, but they have very nice heads that can provide very smooth motion. We also have a couple sets of caster wheels like these. You can attach these to the tripods we have, or to a tripod of your own to provide a mobile camera setup. Another way to stabilize your video is through a monopod like this. We have 2. If you'd like to get some action footage, we have this GoPro Hero. Yes, that's right, Hero. No numbers, it's the original. This does produce HD video. I don't know if it even works. I know what you're thinking, okay? Cable 8 doesn't have lights, but here we are. We have 2 different types of lights. We have LED lights and we have halogen lights. Each of these lights has their ups and downs. We have these LED lights. We have this large light panel and we have this small light panel. These small boys have different filters like orange and blue you can put on front. These lights have the option to dim, which is an advantage over the other lights we have. The disadvantage to these lights is the colors they may produce. This mini light is powered by a battery, which makes these very portable. With this bigger light, you have the option to dim as well. This light can be powered by DC or by a battery, and their biggest advantage is portability. The other type of lights are these halogen bulb lights. These use a halogen type bulb, which gets very, very, very hot, requiring you to use gloves when handling them. The upside to these lights is that the colors they produce are extremely good. They're great for producing skin tones, and currently I'm using these lights right now. These lights also have a great variability on options for modifiers you can put on them. For instance, barn doors to control where the light goes. This light is a 650 watt Fresnel light. The wattage refers to how bright the light is and how much power it also takes. This light is 1000 watts. As you can see, we have a light modifier on here which you can attach a softbox to. You can also attach barn doors to it, and we have several different accessories. The more watts a light takes up, the hotter it will be. We also have some smaller lights, like this Low Pro. This light is a 250 watts or so, and it produces a good deal amount of light. It's small, it's portable, though it still does get hot. My new favorite light, which I recently discovered we have, are these umbrella lights. They collapse easy, and they expand to make a nice softbox. When set up, this umbrella light turns into this nice big softbox. You can use it without this softening filter to provide a nice harsh light. Aside for a couple other different versions of some of these lights, we also have this 1000 watt, whatever this is. Personally, this thing scares me. Never seen anything get as hot as this does, and it scares me. But you can use it if you want, we have them. Let's talk light modifiers. First off, we have an assortment of colors and different fabrics. So these are just some of the colors we have. We also have this nice fabric to diffuse the light. To clip any of these gels or filters onto lights, you can use these clothespins, also known in the industry as C47s. We also have different types of clamps, such as these plastic guys or these other metal boys. You know? For some of the Fresnel lights, like the deceased yellow ones, we have these scrims. These scrims change the amount of light that is put onto your subject. Another way to modify light is to use a bounce, such as aluminum foil will provide a very harsh light. We also have this plate, which you can use as a very harsh bounce to get a look like maybe you're outside or very direct sunlight while you're in the studio. To get very soft light, you can use something like this muslin. It is a fabric that is very common in the film industry. You can use this as a bounce, or you can pass light through it to create a very, very soft, even light. You can cut this with scissors, take it however you want, and you can take this gaff tape and tape it on the wall. This light is a great way to provide one big source, tape it to your wall, and use that one big source to light every shot instead of changing the lights around for each shot, which is a great way to shoot fast and efficient. Gaff tape is very useful. It sticks well, it is non-reflective, and it also doesn't leave any residue. Another way you can modify light is through one of these 5-in-1 light reflectors. These guys pop out just like this. They have 5 sides. A white side for bouncing, and they have a reflective side that could be gold or silver. You can also take this cover off to pass light through a white sheet. This light reflector has its disadvantages and advantages. The muslin will produce a higher quality of light that tends to be more pleasant and warm, while this can be easier to use sometimes where you don't have to tape it to a wall. Light mounting systems. We have these portable light stands. Like the light stands in the studio, they have this head. Only the halogen lights have the mount for this head. When using one of these light stands, or any stand at all, always make sure to use a sandbag. This keeps your light from tipping over if it gets hit, and it will save your life. One of my favorite mounting systems is this clamp. You can clamp it to a shelf or whatever else you can find. I'm currently using one of these clamps on my shelf to my right. Another way you can get a light low or put it on top of a shelf is this guy. This is very small and portable, but you should also use a sandbag around it so that the light does not knock over. It also has screw holes, so you can perhaps put a wood sheet on it and make it sturdier. Aside from a few other small things and cords, adapters, and whatnot, that's most of what Cable 8 has as of right now. I hope this was helpful to know what equipment Cable 8 has, and in a future video, I will go over specifics on how to operate different kinds of equipment. If you have a piece of equipment that you'd like to know more about, leave a comment in the section below. Look forward to seeing more videos from me, and as always, please keep the Cable 8 facilities clean, take care of our equipment, and make it all last for future generations. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Good night. Only you can stop forest fires. Smokey the Bear told me that once, and now I'm telling you. Now I'm telling you.